Welcome to the facilities of Ecopetrol. You are about to enter the management unit of Barranca Bermeja Refinery. It is very important for us to guarantee the safety and well-being of our people, our facilities, and the environment in order to achieve the objectives we have set out for 2020, 1,300,000 clean barrels. At the Vice Presidency of Refining and Petrochemistry, we contribute to the value chain of Ecopetrol's business group by transforming hydrocarbon into finished products such as fuels and petrochemicals. The Barranca Bermeja refinery is located west of Barranca Bermeja. It occupies approximately 254 hectares, on which there are 49 processing, treatment, industrial service, and environmental control units and 1 consolidated operations center. The plants include 5 topping units, 4 catalytic cracking units, 2 fuel hydrotreatment units, 2 polyethylene plants, 1 paraffin plant, 1 aromatic plant, and 1 wastewater treatment plant. The nature of hydrocarbons and the hazards and risks associated require safe handling based on operational excellence, the application of the best engineering and maintenance standards, and world-class human resources. That is why our operations are healthy, clean, and safe. To Ecopetrol, the well-being and health of individuals, environmental protection, and the integrity of its assets are paramount. So when you visit our facilities, it is essential for you to understand and act in accordance with Ecopetrol's 10 basic rules of commitment to life. I wear my badge in a visible place while at Ecopetrol facilities, and I am responsible for my visitors. I perform my job free from the influence of alcohol or illegal drugs. I refrain from carrying firearms. Only the police force may do so. I turn off my electronic and communication equipment in the operational areas or obtain the necessary permits to use them unless they are inherently safe. I follow procedures while carrying out my activities in order to take care of myself, look after others, and protect the environment, and I always use personal protective gear. At work and outside, I always abide by traffic signs and regulations. I wear a seatbelt and look after pedestrians. I plan and execute my work bearing in mind the respective risk analyses and required work permits. I implement the controls required and avoid any activity that may place life or the environment at risk. I isolate, lock out, and tag out any source of electrical, pneumatic, mechanical, hydraulic gas, or steam-powered equipment. Ecopetrol is a smoke-free environment. Individuals are allowed to smoke only in designated areas. I report and investigate any control failures and incidents. I ensure the implementation of corrective actions and disseminate the lessons to be learned in order to prevent and avoid their reoccurrence. When I act this way, I am watching out for myself and watching out for you. At the Barranca Bermeja refinery, like our workers, visitors are required to demonstrate their commitment to life by practicing safe behavior. This is the fundamental pillar that sustains the organizational culture and leadership element of our HSE management model. Your admission to these facilities is to be qualified and permitted by members of Ecopetrol staff. Permission is to be requested and given to visitors at the reception desk of the main gate to the refinery, and identification is required to be worn to access the different buildings. Please follow these rules for a safe visit at our facilities. If you are going to carry out operational and maintenance activities, before you start, make sure you receive the specific HSE induction for the area where you are going to work from the shift supervisor or the person designated to do so. It is important for you to learn and understand the work permit management methodology of Ecopetrol. You are required to follow the applicable procedures in carrying out any activity. When visiting an area, ask for the visitor's book and provide the information required as a preventative measure for control purposes in the event of operative rounds or evacuation. If you are going to visit or perform an inspection, follow the instructions of the Ecopetrol employee escorting you. All vehicles entering our facilities are to be authorized and must abide by the speed limit designated in each sector. Access of any kind of motor vehicle in plants is restricted. It must be authorized by the person responsible for the area. If you are transporting and handling chemicals required for your activity at the Barranca Bermeja refinery, you are required to understand and follow the refinery's procedures required for chemicals. Always check beforehand whether the work area has been classified according to the Barranca Bermeja Refinery Management Guideline 21 as a potential risk of H2S, and make sure you implement all special controls for a safe visit. If you are going to be handling machines, equipment, or components of the facilities, you have to be authorized. Report any unsafe acts or conditions observed in our areas to Ecopetrol employees at these facilities. If you detect an emergency situation, report it immediately to a security employee, emergency prevention and control, and/or the shift supervisor, as well as the person in charge of the affected area, or through the emergency telephones at the different areas. Always use personal protective gear. In case of an emergency, the alarm system will be activated through the refinery's emergency channel number 96, which is connected to all the divisions and levels of the organization that make up the incident command system and emergency radios 8280 and 8319 of the emergency prevention and control supervisor. This protocol is part of the refinery's emergency response manual. In certain areas, the alarm will be given in person, by radio, telephone, or intercom. Emergency control will be reported directly by the emergency coordinator or the evacuation leader. Stay calm, head to the meeting point, do not run, but walk quickly and follow the instructions given by the emergency coordinator or evacuation leader. Do not turn back for any reason. If you are in a vehicle, stop and turn it off wherever you are. Do not move vehicles from the parking lot without authorization. Go back to your normal activities only when told to do so by the evacuation leader or emergency coordinator. We have emergency response plans and a first aid system at these facilities to respond to any contingency that may arise. At Ecopetrol, we are committed to our environment and we need your support to protect it. In order to do so, bear in mind the rules for housekeeping, waste disposal, and environmental protection while at our facilities. Nothing is so urgent or important that you cannot take the time to do it safely. Therefore, the risk analysis and controls defined for each activity are to be strictly complied with. We work safely here. Watching out for you and watching out for myself is our commitment to safety and life at Ecopetrol. Ecopetrol, energy for the future.